welcome to my channel. I'm Corrin from GraceNotesStitchers. Colleen is busy stitching, so I'm leaving her alone. So I have a few things to show you. Yes, I'm still in the same clothing because this is the same day as what I recorded earlier. So much has happened in the past several hours. Like, it's been an insane, crazy day. So first off, let me show you the whip that I didn't have. Christmas calories. Calories don't count at Christmas. So I have this. It's a Gingerbread Man. And this is on 18 count, so it's really teeny tiny. See, this is one, the it doesn't bother me. I actually like the 8 on this. Of course, I could do with ripping at the Sullivan's threads, but you know. And I chose to do Aurora. This was just scrapbooking paper. I just cut out random shapes out of some of the parts that I liked of the paper, and then I laminated it and punched it. I got a heavy duty punch from Hobby Lobby. By the way, I'm sorry for the angle earlier. Probably only my husband really appreciated that. I left my whip upstairs. It's midnight, so I didn't think I'd have a little recording partner, but you know, here she is. I went upstairs for my project and she saw me go down to make a video, so she's like, I gotta come with. So that is my 200 stitches. In here, I finished right in here. Like, almost all of this is new. So I was pretty pleased with that. And the cover photo is here. So in my prep for No New Starts, my prep for 2022, like, I'm doing all of this at once. So I made my new card today. I went ahead and made my labels. Sometimes Lauren helps me with this, but she keeps giving me dirty looks right now. I think I'm asking too much of her. But in that Krynic order that I had just gotten, all the Krynics came for this because some of these are ribbons. Oh wait, I forgot to bring those down. These are just the number 4s. Shoot, I'm gonna have to go back up because this uses 8th metallic ribbon, and that's what I left upstairs. Anyway, I did see that come in, so I'm pretty excited. These are different kinds of Krynics I've never used before. So they are here. I put my beads in because that has come. So I pretty much have everything prepped. I thought I was going to be using a bigger Q-snap than I am for this, so I'm actually going to take this off of this Q-snap and make it into a smaller one. Or I don't know. I thought I was going to go with a 14, but there's no way. And this 11 seems too small, so I'll probably do 8 by 11. We'll see. I'll play with it. Anyway, I'll show you my plans in just a moment. So my daughter went and got the mail while I was teaching, and I got this sweetest card. If you ever watch Janet Jabber, she does something called Happy Mail, and she randomly sends out some things. And this week, she chose me for Christmas. And she sent me quite a few of these little floss drops. Well, in my video earlier, I had said, oh, I'll just need like 3 more for those stickers. So that was really awesome. I was able to use those. So they came today. And it's funny just how God answers you in little ways, because not that I was having a rough day today, I wasn't, but I think it just reminds us that he's in control. And I thought that was just really sweet. Just something little, something I didn't ask for, and here it was. Okay, so here's what's the crazy thing. I told you I've been doing Advent through Black Needle Society. Look what I got more of today. I didn't open it until tonight. Is that not crazy, or what? Is all the reindeer. So I asked my daughter, I'm like, do you have floss ring bling for Christmas? So she did. So I will post pictures in my group tomorrow, which you won't even see this yet, probably. In case other people want some of these. I know it's cutting it close to Christmas, but I will use them all year long. So she gave me some Christmas floss ring bling. Floss jewelry, whatever you want to call it. And then there was one other package. No, I'm sorry. There was a card and 2 packages. My very dear friend Maggie, who I message a lot on Facebook, found this. this is for Colleen and me, and we get to fight over who stitches it. And she kind of said I get to. We kind of were fighting over who should stitch it. Like, I was saying her, she was saying me, because we both have a lot on our plate. And I just bought Summer Queen. So I was like, I have to stitch Summer Queen before I can stitch Autumn Queen. But I have to be honest. This is prettier. So I might actually stitch Autumn Queen first. I'm a summer baby. Like, I was born in the summer, so I always feel drawn to summer things. But the Summer Queen actually wasn't my favorite of all the queens, so that's why it took me so long to buy it. And then we decided we were going to collect them. And then we couldn't. So it's a huge thing. But anyway, so here came Autumn Queen. So this might come first. But yeah, thank you so much, Maggie. This means the world to us. And believe it or not, it's still sealed. She was able to get one for her and one for us. So that was like the best thing ever. One of the best things ever. And then, oh yeah, it came with this really sweet card. I'm not going to read what's in it because it's personal, but I thought that was really cute. And she even throws in a, hey, Colleen. So that was cool. And then there was this really weird wrapped in bubble, like you could see through the bubble wrap because there's no outside packaging. And it was really strange. And this is like what I could see, but there was other stuff on it. And I, for the life of me, couldn't figure it out. Well, every time I have been placing an order, I keep putting in this 32 count Jobelin, or not Jobelin, I did maybe try that, but anyway, Lugana. It kept getting canceled out of my order. So I was a little frustrated because I gotta start it in 2021 or this doesn't get started. So when Leanne opened this for me, I was teaching and she hands it to me. I was like, it looked like a little box. And I couldn't figure out what I had ordered or what somebody was sending me. And I could see the card said, Dear Corrin, thank you so much for supporting my small business. It means a lot to me. Happy stitching. And I'm like, what in the world? I swear it looked like a wooden box. Anyway, you get it open. Huh, it's my black even weave. I don't know that it is Jobelin. It's really rough, like super rough. But I got this from Etsy, Zeynep, Z-E-Y-N-E-P, but it was very reasonably priced, so I went ahead and ordered it because I needed it for this year. But she was so kind. She gave me 2 little tiny samples, 16 count linen fabric. I know that they make low count linens, and I have to tell you, it's like so soft. Like, if you want an alternative to Ada, I can even order this. It is so soft. Now, it is linen, so it will move a little on you. But my goodness, even when you dye it, it will shrink up some. It feels silky. I don't know. It's amazing. And then she gave me some water green, also 16 count linen. So I'm really glad she did that because instead of Ada 16 count or 18, this might be what I use for myself in the future. Or maybe some of our Grace Notes customers would prefer that. Anyway, all that to say, I didn't bring down my other phone. I will have to insert a photo here because I'm going to do Arabian Princess. That's the next project. This is what it looks like. Nothing. It's going to be done on black fabric. We're going to see how I stitch on black with my old eyes. But I should be okay with my magnifier lamp. I have 2 lamps. If all goes okay, I'm good. If it doesn't, I actually have an uplight, which you lay in your lap and it shines a light up. If that doesn't work, the blanket that I use from Black Needle Society, I can turn it to the other side because that's white. Because people say, you know, stitching over white. I'll be honest, those things have not helped me in the past, but with my magnifier, they might. So I'm really looking forward to this. I think I got you all caught up on everything that I needed to. Paris, do you think of anything? Yes, we treat our dogs like they're humans. So hopefully I will see you back with 200 stitches in Arabian Princess. And I won't be in these clothes because I'm going to go change for bed. Oh, Do you have something to say that you want to join? Just says, Mommy, I love you. And we're going to say goodnight. Bye. Hi, welcome back. This is day 2 for me of, I guess, a vlog. Before I get into what I'm doing, Bridget Shamrock, you won our giveaway a few weeks ago, my Lindy Mini. I was going to just mail it out to you, but I saw that you were not on our Google form. So it is for a fabric, but so if you just want to fill that out, because that gives me your email, or I'm sorry, your mailing address, you can. It's always below in the Dropbox, or just email me, which our email, GraceNotesStitchers@gmail.com, is listed below also, and give me your mailing address, and I will get this out to you. So congratulations, Bridget Shamrock. Excuse me. I don't want that to be down there because I will totally forget about that. Okay, so for my unboxing of my gift today from Black Needle Society, I wasn't going to be showing you all of these, but because of this yesterday, I wanted to show you what it was today. So it's actually the little floss holder, the floss ring for these. Made my daughter a little upset because she's like, but then you're not using mine. I'm like, I am using yours. Stop fussing. So I still have Leanne's on there, and I will use this eventually. So, well, I told her I could use that for the rest of the ones Janet had given me. And she's like, but what about my... No, honey, some of yours are already on, or some of them are... So anyway, it's all good. All right, so let me talk about... I am not uploading the picture that you think I'm uploading from... I was going to insert a photo of Arabian Princess. That's not happening because this has been a day. It's been a good day, but craziness. So let's talk about my projects and my goals here. So last night I cut my black. I had it all ready. I serged it. I got upstairs and I went, okay, I don't have any of my colors pulled, but let's see what my first color is. It would be the Light Effects color. So the very first thing you stitch with, and that's because it's in the middle, but it's like most of the project. So there's no way I want to just like count all the way up to the top to do hair or something. No. The main portion is this turquoise Light Effects. Yeah, I'm not going to mess with my project. So I was like, it's okay. So I texted Colleen real quick. I knew she wasn't asleep. I said, can you take Dad's car to work tomorrow? Because I need to go to Hobby Lobby. Okay. So that was fine. I'm like, okay, I'll move on to my next one. And I didn't get to show you all my start, but I was like, it's okay. I'll do it anyway. So it was Cinderella Dress by, not Cinderella Dress, Cinderella by Make It Pink. This is the one where I got to talk to her, well, message with her, and she's making me a bit of more modest top. If you ever need changes like that. So, she is great to work with. Just, you know, I don't feel comfortable with that hanging on my walls, but I absolutely love the design itself. So she just raised the neckline a little bit, and it's awesome. It's beautiful. It looks like it was meant to be there. Anybody who sees it will never know the difference. It's artwork by Hannah Alexander. So, anyway, she got that. Oh, what I was going to say to you is if you're in her group, she puts those little modifications for free in her group. So somebody had wanted another one with a more modest neckline. I think it was Anastasia. So you just go into the files and you can get that little piece. And so it's just a little piece that's in there. So anyway, okay. I started this one 40 count Newcastle. Pink. And last night as I'm stitching, just wasn't loving. Just really, I just felt like it was so thick. And, whoops, I'm so sorry. I got about 150 stitches in it between last night and today. And as I'm stitching it today, I'm like, this is 40 count, isn't it? So I pulled out my notes. I'm like, yeah, that's why I don't love this. It's just really fuzzy looking to me. So I thought, okay, I'm going to pull it all out and I'm going to redo this 1/2 instead of 2/2. So I'm going to use 1 thread instead of 2, because with all the other projects that I've started on 40 count that have only have 1 thread, I'm loving how it looks. So I'm like, oh, that's what I'm going to do. Okay. I ripped out everything I had already done, started ripping out the old stuff. I'm like, before I get too far with this, let me see if there's blended threads. Just something was niggling in the back of my mind. There's some blended threads in here. Pretty, it makes it look beautiful, and it'll really be an awesome piece. But I'm not doing 2 strands on 40 count. I don't like how that looks. So I talked to a couple friends and Colleen, and Colleen gives me like, just do it. Like, she's so literal. But I was like, I think I'm gonna 3-start on 36. Well, I went to look, and here it was, the model was on 18 count Ada, or at least all the measurements are for 18 count. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to do this on 36, and I'll be happier. And I am. Now, this is interesting because this was that piece of fabric that I've been waiting for since July. So it was right on top. So this is an even weave 36 count called Modena, like that. Instead of Lugana, it's Modena. I cannot find anywhere else besides Silk Weaver to buy Modena, but to be honest, it's not a hearty fabric. I mean, like, it's very flimsy and gauzy-ish. So whether I would buy it again, I don't know. We'll see how the end product is. But I like working on it. I mean, I'm enjoying the stitch. I love how my stitches are looking. So 36 was definitely the way to go. This is close enough in color that I'm happy with it. But the color is Twilight Pink. I don't know that I'm going to go searching for Modena again, because I'm okay with 36 count linen. So I don't need to have a 36 count even weave. This was just, you know, a trial that I was thinking about for my birthday present to get a fabric of the month. And then, you know, it took this long, so I didn't sign up for the fabric of the month. But anyway, I need to take that back upstairs with me. That's my grime guard, and I use that with my Lowry stand just so that I don't get marks all over my Q-snips. Yeah, so I got my 200 stitches in. So I had 350 total stitches, but now I have my 200 in my new start for my No New Starts album. All right, so what am I going to work on now? I forgot to put Cinderella Stitch Along from my Cross Stitcher magazine into my sal list, my whip list. So that might not get love this year. Who knows? Okay, so this is Cinderella by Mirabilia. I did grid this with Sulky Sliver because I had messed up the bottom of her dress a couple times and decided, was it her? I totally messed up Snow White. Oh gosh, Sleeping Beauty. And I think I started to make a mistake in this. I was like, I'm not doing this. I am going to go ahead, and I stopped stitching and I gridded. So no, I do not grid everything, but because of the way I'm stitching this, I can't stand ending threads all the time. Now that you can see, well, no, that's not a parked thread. That would be the one I'm working on. I mean, now that I park threads more, maybe? I don't know. I have no idea where I'm going to go with this. We'll find out. I don't have a plan yet. So I'm going to get my sidebars put onto this, and then I can start working on this evening yet. It's only 1 a.m. But I tend to be a night owl, so I'm awake now. I'm going to work on it maybe probably an hour yet. And then I've been watching Flosstube, so that's been really great. And I want to say a huge shout out to Sarah King from Our Stitching Kingdom. She finished her chatelaine, and we've been following this for so long. So congratulations, Sarah. That is so, so pretty. And she put on Facebook, but oh my gosh, you guys, you gotta see it. And I know the lighting in her video does not do the beads justice. So she actually took some pictures at the end and put them in so you could see the sparkles in them. It is so pretty. And I believe Colleen actually bought that at the last chatelaine sale. Excuse me. I'm probably going to post this pretty soon. I don't know if I'll put like the end of the Cinderella one or not, because I wanted to let y'all know my husband is doing much better. Thank you for your comments, your concerns, your prayers. He's hoping to go back to work Saturday or Sunday. It'll be good to get back into a normal routine, because we're not, like, my girls and I stay up a little too late, and then we sleep until noon the next day. And then, oh gosh, it's just crazy. Homeschool life, you can do school at any time of the day, right? And then my son is coming home. He's leaving college tomorrow. He has one more final, so till you see this, it'll be done. And then he will drive to my parents for probably one night, and then he'll come here the rest of the way. And he's home for 5 or 6 weeks until, I think, 3rd or 4th week in January. Wow, time is flying. Concerns, I appreciate your concerns. I'm not stressed over my stitching, I can tell you that. My stitching is fun. Planning is fun. Getting things ready is fun. Like, I did not make my little card. That's why I didn't show it to you. I didn't make the floss card for my Make It Pink Cinderella just because I wasn't feeling it. So I don't do things that I don't really am not in the mood to do. Will I regret it later? Probably, but I don't care. Like, when I go to stitch one again, I'm like, oh, why didn't I do that last year? But that's okay. You know, you have to show yourself grace, and it's just stitching, and it's not the end of the world. Yeah, so I don't, while I take it seriously, I don't take it so seriously. It is, stitching is not exactly my life. It's my hobby, but it's a big part of my life. That's how I would like to say it. So I don't let it put undue stress on me. While I set myself goals, like the 200 stitches and every item and all of my projects before the end of December, I realistically know that's not going to happen. So we're going to see how far I get. Because once Christmas hits, I'm going to have to change, because I'll only have a week left. So I'll be changing, like, my thought process. I already actually know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to kind of aspire to it, to get there until I hit Christmas. That's my cutoff date of, okay, this is where you're going to have to change. So it's okay. And I won't mind. It's actually nice just being able to touch all my whips again. So I kind of like that. And go through page by page. Like last night, I actually was having a tough time getting into, so I can tell you that 150 was today, because I remember what happened. I couldn't do the black, so I started on 40 count. My eyes were too tired. Now, I forget a lot that I'm supposed to be using eye drops twice a day. I haven't used them in weeks, so that's part of it. So my eyes were just too tired to stitch on 40 count last night. I was like, no, this is just not happening. So part of my tiredness, I think, is also my eye drops, my eyes, my dry eyes, and that comes from the arthritis medication. So it's just one of those things that happens, and it's okay. So anyway, I am taking care of myself. It's just, I am a forgetful person, and I'm doing what I can. I should have little alarms on my phone. I have the capability. I just don't do it. So anyway, yeah. So hopefully I'll be back with 200 stitches in my Mirabilia for you tomorrow, because there's no way I'm staying up to get all of those in. So welcome to day 3. I was heading down, and my little partner in crime said, not without me. So it's kind of cool. She's been coming down and sitting with me, so I'm not quite so lonely down here. My one friend affectionately calls it my dungeon. It is a almost fully finished basement. We have one little unfinished part, and that is where we store like our Christmas tree and stuff like that. But anyway, this office is fully finished, so is the big room out here. Couple things. So I brought a little list because I've been making notes. Couple things. Some people have asked me why I start my different projects in different places. So I was taught you start in the center. You fold your fabric in half, all 4, half and half again, and then that is your center of your project. So if I don't put in the exact center stitch, I'll go count away from that for the same color that is in the center. Less mistakes that way as to positioning. But at the same time, There can be other mistakes because you're counting off. So like you do that center and then you want to work on another color and you go up and you're off by one. That happens a lot. I shouldn't say a lot. That just happens. Then on full coverage, I always start at the top left because of being able to just work not stitch by stitch, but basically, you know, the 10 by 10 and coming down. Some people start at the top right, bottom left, bottom right, and that depends on what's in the image, or left-handed, right-handed. There's so many different reasons, but some people will be like, well, I want to be able to get to the image first before doing all the background. Everybody has different reasonings. The summer Quaker that I did told me to start at the top left because of following it in page order. Fine by me. It told me to start 3 inches in, which I did, but I didn't realize my fabric, it was a kit kind of, so I didn't realize that my fabric was bigger than I needed it to be, so I didn't quite center it, which if I had done a center start, I had to fix that problem. But it's not the end of the world. It still got framed very beautifully. And Crystal Rowe actually gave us a very good hint. So I haven't tried it yet because I had just scissor cut my vacuum cleaner, the hair gets caught on the beater bar. And I was asking for tips to help with all of that. And she said a seam ripper actually works really good. I was like, I'm going to get me one of those just to save for that. So yeah, I'm anxious to try that one out. And lastly, about restarts. I couldn't fathom people would get so far and would restart. And hey, now I'm that person. I restarted my Afghan this year, and now I just restarted my Cinderella on 36 count instead of 40 count. And I had 750 stitches into her. So she was a decent start. That was the Cinderella by Make It Pink. So last night I went up to stitch on Cinderella. I decided I didn't want to get out my Dubco, just it was so late at night. I didn't want to stitch. So I actually did make those cards. So I put my numbers on and got my cards ready for next year. So I figured, you know what? I enjoy that kind of stuff. I love organizing, so I might as well just do it. So I did that while watching Flosstube. So today I got my 200 stitches in. You can see the dark thread. That's what I was putting in. So she'll be going away until next year. And the next one I am going to pull out. Oh, if you want to see, again, her cover sheet, her cover photo. I'm about to start my brand new Haid, which was wrapped to me. That's why I had my phone ready for you. And the artwork is by Ruth Sanderson. It is a Heaven and Earth design. I'm trying to get the best angle for you. And it is called Cinderella on the Steps. So I am very, very anxious to get started on her. I have to run to the store real quick. There's a few things we need. Oh, and again, I started to tell you all yesterday about my crazy day yesterday, and it just totally changed the subject. So I went to buy that whatever. It's the specialty floss that I need. And of DMC, the metallics. And sorry, my nose is super itchy. When I went to buy it at Hobby Lobby, they didn't have it. But I decided to ask my girls to go along. So we went to our little diner. We went to lunch, and right across from there is an antique shop. My husband and I always said, you know, we should stop in here sometime, and we never have time. So I said to the girls, how do you feel about going in there? So they said, fine. So we went in there, and we're chatting with the lady. She's really nice. And she asked me if I was looking for anything in particular. I'm like, no, but I'm always on the lookout for scissor frogs, or for frogs, flower frogs that I use for my scissors. And she said she didn't have any, but there's another place that was like right around the corner that I could check that's a secondhand store. Okay, so we kept looking around in there, and we did find the most beautiful little box for Colleen for Christmas. Lauren hadn't picked out a Christmas gift for her yet, so yeah, she picked her out this really cute little box. And then we went to the reuse it shop, and I found this beautiful, I don't know if y'all know anything about Longaberger, but I used to collect, no, my sister used to buy me some, and I have the Longaberger recipe basket, which I love, and I use it all the time. And we found a brand new looking one. The lid is still in the plastic with berries as the liner. It's just really pretty. Berry print is the liner inside, and it's lots of rich blues and reds. So she is going to absolutely love it. And I picked that out for her birthday. So I got that, and then I got a basket that was a super good deal because she had some that were not, like, she consigned some of her stuff and she has their names listed, so I know which ones are consigned and which aren't. And some of them, the people wanted their money for their Longaberger baskets. Other people are like, I'm just getting rid of it, so it was priced kind of low. That's one of the ones I got, but it's decent. The lid, the handle is like really worn, but it doesn't matter. I have an extra handle, so I'm just going to replace that. And then after that, we ran over to post office and Hobby Lobby, and of course I didn't find my threads, and then we came home. So it was actually quite a full day. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed out on our oh, what do you call that? Not wholesale, but bulk food store. We went over there, got flour and sugar to make some Christmas cookies, and also the really kind of expensive but really good chocolate bars. Like they have the Lilies, which are made with stevia, I think, instead of sugar. And then they have just those like really rich, like 83% cacao bars. So they're so good. So I got one for each of the kids to go in their stockings. Hopefully my husband's not going to watch this because he loves Wilbur Buds, which are made in liddets. And they actually had a bag of mixed because he likes to eat like a dark chocolate and a milk chocolate at the same time. So I bought him a bag of mixed. And then they had these little peanut butter chocolate things. So he loves peanut butter cups. So I figured there's no way he wouldn't like these. So I went ahead and got him a bag of those. So that was kind of cool. And then we went to Hobby Lobby and came back home. So it was good to get out of the house. The weather was really good. So while we were gone, John went outside and he took a walk. I think it helped to reinvigorate him a little bit. And he should be going back to work, I'm hoping tomorrow or Sunday. We'll see. But I think that's all I have for you for now. And with that, I'm going to say happy stitching.